Okay, here we go. Uncivilized Vitality intro. Oh, there's the tree and the rock. Alright, here I am in the rain. Gonna set up a quick A-frame tarp using a couple of trekking poles because we have no suitable trees out in the yard, the front yard, the clinic here, and then 2 6-foot pieces of string. I had to dub this audio because we're right on the main road. Oh, and only 5 stakes because I only have 5 in my pocket. So the first thing we're gonna do, this is a 3x3 meter, or basically 10 foot by 10 foot square tarp. Those are the sizes we use the most. I think that's the most versatile tarp. This is a cheap DD tarps knockoff called a Free Soldier. It's got tie outs every 2 feet all the way around the edge, and then tie outs up the main, the center seam. So the first thing I'm doing, I just sort of laid it out as a square, and I'm just going to throw 2 stakes in the corners. I brought that in a little bit just to keep this end of the tarp staked down. And next, I take one of these trek poles or hiking poles everybody seems to love, and then we're just going to slip that center loop over the handle of this trekking pole, and then just pushing the ground a little bit there just to stay up. Now, obviously, if it was a little windier, it'd be easier if with 2 people to throw this tarp up. But even in the rain, it doesn't take too long. I'm not in a great big hurry here, but all right. So we're going to slip a clove hitch over the top, but then I decided to tie the clove hitch around the top of the pole so you could see it. So you go around, you find that X, and then as the free end comes around, it tucks under itself. You pull. It's a clove hitch. It's a simple knot just to kind of keep things attached there. And then normally I would tie that to the loop on the tarp, but it fits over the handle on that trekking pole pretty well. Won't slide down too far. And then I just threw a little bowline here in the end. If you don't know how to tie a bowline loop, check out some of our other videos. And then I just pulled it out, stake it down relatively tight. We're going to come back and make these corners, this end of the tarp, a little more taut once we get the other end up. So we go down the other end and grab a loop. We're going to do the same thing at this end, although evidently I can't find the middle of the tarp because I put the pole through the second from the end loop instead of the middle loop. But that's okay because it's just raining and sleeting out here. No hurry. Oh, there you go, dumbass. You noticed. Good job. Pick it up. There it is. So you find the center of the tarp, slip the end of that pole through there, and then kind of stick it in the ground a little bit. And again, this would be a way to throw up a tarp for a shelter. I could probably move a little faster. In a situation where I have the tarp, I have trekking poles, there's no suitable trees or any structures to, oh, there's Tom's other camera, to tie it to, and I've only got maybe bootlaces, 2 6-foot pieces of string. So I threw another clove hitch on the end of the pole there to hold it up. And now, on this end, I'm going to tie a taut line hitch instead of a bowline. I kind of thought we were going to zoom. Oh, there we go. We're going to zoom in. So this is the taut line, or sometimes called the Boy Scout hitch. Right? Again, check out our videos on the taut line, T-A-U-T, taut line. It's a pretty good knot, especially for staking out or guy lines or tents, ridge lines, because it's easy to adjust. It'll move in one direction, but once the tension's applied, the knot won't slip. It's particularly good in paracord. So push that tarp down, and then I want to move my center pole a little bit, and then I notice it's not tight, so then I can just slide that taut line hitch up, tighten the rope up. All right, so this is why I staked down the other end first. Now I got to go back and sort of pull these corners out and tighten this up a little bit. Fortunately, it wasn't that windy today. There's other shelter configurations we can use on a really windy day, but Now we got those center poles up, and I didn't have enough line for a ridge line per se, so I'm just using the tarp itself, suspended between the two poles. I probably could tighten this blue line up a little bit. I don't remember if I did that. Yeah, I think I tightened this up so that it would show, hold it up a little. Oh, nope. I have to take my one lone stake and I'm going to the other end. So I must have decided that once we stake out the four corners of the tarp that it would be tight enough. And you know, for the last minute, like, let's go out in the rain and set up a tarp in the front yard of the clinic here. I guess it was not too bad of a setup. There we go. Put that corner in. And then, oh, here we're speeding up the video because I didn't have another stake, so I'm searching around for a stick, looking for a twig. Oh, I found one. There, that was video editing amazement. And then I put that, oh, good job. I staked myself to the tarp. That was, yeah, what are you going to do? All right, so we find this little stake, poke that in there. It looks like we've got our tarp finished. Not too tight on the ridge line, but like I said, if it was raining, I could stake this out a little. If it was raining harder, I'd stake it out a little tighter. We just want to show how you could throw up a tarp, and there you go. Get in there and relax. You could sleep like that. Plenty of room for 1, 2, probably even 3 people if we stake this out pretty tight. So that's it. That's an A-frame freestanding tarp setup with 2 trekking poles and 2 6-inch pieces of paracord. Probably could have used 6 stakes, but I only had 5. Like and subscribe.